The diamond ring caught the light for a split second before it split her lip open. Blood hit white tile, and in that frozen moment, as a Korean woman's slur burned through the sterile hospital air, Evelyn had no idea she'd just triggered a war. Her fiancé was already making calls, and by morning Seoul would learn what happened when you touched what belonged to the underground king. Evelyn's hands moved like water through chaos. Code blue, cardiac arrest, room 304. Clear. The patient's chest lifted. Once, twice, then a beep. We have a pulse. The Korean nurses exchanged glances. Dr. Kim nodded, barely. Acceptable work, Nurse Thompson. Acceptable. After saving a man's life in 90 seconds. Evelyn peeled off her gloves, hands steady despite the familiar sting of being invisible. 8 months in Seoul. 8 months of this. She checked her phone in the locker room. One text sent 3 hours ago. Hyunjae. Dinner at home tonight. I'm cooking. She smiled. Typed back, You're cooking? Might kill me faster than this shift. 3 dots appeared immediately. Hyunjae. Then I'll order from that place you like. The one with the grandmother who gives you extra kimchi. Her chest warmed. He noticed everything. What she didn't know, across the city, Hyunjae sat in a warehouse where men spoke in whispers and bowed when he entered. Blood stained the concrete floor. Not his, never his. The shipment clears tonight, his second-in-command said. The Japanese want confirmation. Hyunjae's phone buzzed. Evelyn's text. His expression softened, a crack in marble. Handle it, he said, standing. I have somewhere to be. His men watched him leave, confusion flickering. The underground king, leaving business unfinished. For a woman none of them had ever met. He kept her separate, safe, hidden. Have you ever kept someone you love secret to protect them? Drop a comment below. Tomorrow, that protection would shatter, and Evelyn would discover the man she loved had enough power to burn Seoul to the ground. The woman arrived like a hurricane in Chanel. Where is my father-in-law? Room 304? I was told he's stable. Mrs. Kang's eyes swept the ICU with contempt. Evelyn stepped forward, professional. Yes, ma'am. He responded well to treatment. Dr. Kim can... You? Mrs. Kang's face twisted. You touched him? I'm his nurse, ma'am. I performed the resuscitation. Get me a Korean nurse, now. The floor went silent. Even the monitors seemed to hold their breath. Dr. Kim approached. Mrs. Kang, Nurse Thompson is highly qualified. I don't want her kind touching my family. She spat something in Korean. Evelyn caught enough foreign trash. Ma'am, I'll transfer his care immediately. Evelyn kept her voice level, swallowing rage like medicine. Mrs. Kang grabbed her arm, nails digging through scrubs. People like you come here, steal our jobs. Put your filthy... Evelyn pulled back. Please let go. The shove came first. Evelyn stumbled into the medical cart. Supplies scattering. Then the slap. Diamond ring, Cartier bracelet, manicured fury. Everything tilted, wall, then floor. Copper flooding her mouth, warm and metallic. Somewhere distant, gasps. Dr. Kim's voice. Mrs. Kang, this is assault. My husband is Assemblyman Kang Min-jun. Try filing a report. Evelyn's phone lay 3 feet away, screen cracked. It buzzed, Hyunjae calling. She reached for it with trembling fingers, blood dripping from her chin onto white tile. Hello? Her voice cracked. Are you crying? Instant sharpness. Evelyn, what's wrong? She touched her split lip, wincing. I'm okay. Don't lie to me. Mrs. Kang was already gathering her purse, ready to leave. Security stood frozen. Money had that effect. Someone hit me. Evelyn whispered it. Silence. Then, who? And in that single word, Evelyn heard something she'd never heard before. Something cold, ancient, lethal. A patient's family member. Hyunjae, just come get me, please. Don't move. I'm 10 minutes away. The line went dead. Mrs. Kang paused at the door, turned back. If you report this, I'll have your visa revoked by morning, understand? Evelyn said nothing, just held her bleeding mouth. She had no idea that across the city, Hyun-jae had just ended a meeting with 3 words that made grown men pale. Clear my schedule. Or that Mrs. Kang had exactly 9 minutes of freedom left. Hyun-jae's car screeched into the hospital parking lot 8 minutes later. He found her in the staff room holding ice to her face. When she lowered it, his world stopped. Split lip, swelling cheek, blood on her scrubs. Who? Not a question, a death sentence. It doesn't matter. Who, Evelyn? She stood, blocking the door. A patient's family? She was upset. I'm fine. You're bleeding. I've had worse. His hands shook as he reached for her face, tilted it toward the light. The cut was deep, deliberate. His thumb traced her cheekbone, barely touching. Tell me her name. Hyun-jae? I will find out, with or without you, but I'd rather hear it from your mouth. Evelyn pulled away. And then what? You'll do something stupid and end up in prison? I need you here, not behind bars, because you couldn't control your temper. My temper? His laugh was bitter. You think this is about temper? Then what is it? He stepped closer, voice dropping. It's about the fact that someone put their hands on you, someone made you bleed, and they're walking free like it never happened. That's how the world works, not my world. The words hung between them, heavy with implication. Evelyn's phone buzzed. Hospital administration. She declined the call. They're going to fire me, she whispered. She filed a complaint. Says I was aggressive. Hyun-jae's jaw clenched. Get your things. What? You're not coming back here. You can't just watch me. In the car, silence swallowed them whole. He drove too fast, knuckles white on the steering wheel. She stared out the window, touching her lip every few seconds like she couldn't believe it was real. Her name is Mrs. Kang, Evelyn finally said. Wife of some assemblyman. She's untouchable. Hyun-jae's smile was razor sharp. Nobody's untouchable. He made a call, spoke rapid Korean. Evelyn caught fragments. Hospital, footage, assemblyman, 2 hours. What are you doing? He hung up. Protecting you. I didn't ask for... You shouldn't have to. The suspension email arrived at midnight. Pending investigation into workplace misconduct, you are placed on administrative leave effective immediately. Evelyn read it 3 times, each word a small violence. Hyun-jae was on the balcony, phone pressed to his ear, speaking in low, clipped Korean. She caught her name. Then, everything. Family, finances, every skeleton in that closet. She stepped outside. Who are you talking to? He pocketed the phone. Nobody. Hyun-jae? How's your lip? Deflection. She knew this dance. Hurts. Who were you calling? A.E. Friend? You don't have friends. You have associates. He almost smiled. Smart woman. Stop investigating her. Too late. I mean it. So do I. He pulled her close, careful of her injuries. You want to know what I found in 30 minutes? 6 incidents. 6 times she's assaulted foreign workers. Maids, drivers, nurses. All of them paid off or deported. She's done this before, Evelyn, and she'll do it again unless someone stops her. And that someone is you? That someone is us. I don't want revenge. I want my job back. You'll get both. She pulled away. You don't understand. I came here to help people, not start wars. She started this war the second she touched you. And you're going to finish it? Yes. The certainty in his voice terrified her. At 3 a.m., she found him still awake, laptop open. Files covered the screen, photos, bank records, police reports, all buried, all bought. Can't sleep? She asked. He closed the laptop. Can you? She sat beside him. Tell me the truth. What do you really do? He'd been waiting for this question for 8 months. I run things, he said carefully. Businesses, connections. I make problems disappear. Legal problems? Sometimes. Hyun-jae. He met her eyes. The assemblyman whose wife hit you? He owes me $3 million from a deal that went south. I own him, Evelyn, and tomorrow he's going to know it. Her blood went cold. You're not a consultant. No. You're... Yeah. She should have run. Should have been horrified. Instead, she asked, will she pay for what she did? In ways she can't imagine. Without violence? He hesitated. I promise you, no bloodshed, just truth. Very loud, very public truth. Evelyn nodded slowly. Okay. Okay. Make her pay. 4:17 a.m. Neither of them had slept. Evelyn stood at the window watching Seoul's lights blur through exhausted tears. My sister died in an ER, she said quietly. Detroit, 5 years ago. Hyun-jae set down his coffee. She went in, with stomach pain. Told them it was bad. They made her wait 9 hours, said she was drug-seeking. Exaggerating. Her voice cracked. By the time they actually examined her, her appendix had ruptured. Sepsis. She died 2 days later. She was 26. Evelyn? They didn't believe her because she was black. Because they saw her pain as performance, as manipulation. She turned to face him. That's why I became a nurse. To be the person who believes. Who actually helps. He crossed the room, pulled her close. And today, she continued against his chest, I got punished for helping, for doing my job. Just like my sister got punished for being in pain. I'm sorry. Don't be sorry, be honest with me. She pulled back. What are you really? Not the vague consultant bullshit. The truth. Hyun-jae exhaled slowly. You want the truth? All of it. I'm Seoul's underground king. The words landed like stones in water, heavy, sinking, rippling outward. I control half this city's illegal operations, gambling, smuggling, protection. Politicians like Assemblyman Kang? They're puppets. I pull strings they don't even know exist. Evelyn's breathing quickened. I've killed 3 men. All of them deserved it, but that doesn't change what I am. His voice was steady, unflinching. I'm not a good man, Evelyn. I'm a monster who learned to pretend. Why tell me now? Because you're about to see what I'm capable of, and I'd rather you hear it from me than watch it on the news. She should have run. Every survival instinct screamed at her to run. Instead, she asked, the woman who hit me, what are you going to do to her? Destroy her, systematically, publicly, completely. Will you enjoy it? He considered this. Yes. Good. She touched her split lip. Then show me how. His eyes widened. What? Show me who you really are, Hyun-jae. All of it. I'm done hiding, done being quiet, done being invisible. You don't know what you're asking. Yes, I do. I'm asking my fiancé to teach me how to be untouchable. Something shifted in his expression. Pride, maybe, or recognition. Okay, he said. But once you see this, you can't unsee it. I don't want to. He took her at 5 a.m. when the city still slept. The elevator descended past the parking garage, past the basement, to a sublevel that shouldn't exist. The doors opened to an empire. Monitors everywhere. Maps of Seoul marked with the territories. Men in expensive suits who bowed when Hyun-jae entered, then froze when they saw Evelyn. This is where I actually work, he said. She walked through slowly, taking it in. The power, the control, the fear in everyone's eyes. Show me everything, she said. He pulled up files. Mrs. Kang's entire life on screens. 6 assaults in 4 years, Hyun-jae's associate reported. Filipina maid, deported. Vietnamese delivery driver paid 50 million won to disappear. Nigerian graduate student threatened into silence. Each face appeared. Brown, black, Southeast, Asian. Over and over, Evelyn whispered. She's done this over and over. And gotten away with it, Hyun-jae added. Until now. He pulled up another file. Her husband's company survives on government contracts. Contracts I can make disappear with one phone call. Her son's at university on a scholarship funded by her husband's foundation, also under my control. Her daughter's medical license? Tied to a hospital where I'm the largest private investor. Evelyn stared at the web of connections. You own them. I own everyone. What's the plan? We expose everything, every assault, every payoff, every buried police report, make it so viral she can't hide. Then I pull my support from her husband's company. Watch their empire crumble. And my name? Stays out of it. No. Evelyn's voice hardened. Put my name on it. I want her to know exactly who brought her down. Hyun-jae studied her. You understand what that means? You'll be visible, exposed. People will attack you. Let them try. He smiled, genuinely for the first time since she'd been hurt. Okay, we do this together. Equal partners? Equal partners. She kissed him then, tasting blood and promise and revolution. One more thing, she said against his mouth. After we destroy her, we build something. Build what? A clinic. Free care for foreign workers, multilingual staff. A place where what happened to my sister and to me never happens again. His eyes softened. You want me to fund it? I want us to create it. You provide resources, I run it, no interference. Deal. What would you build if you had unlimited resources? Tell us in the comment. It took 18 minutes to destroy Mrs. Kang's life. Hyun-jae's team leaked everything at dawn. Twitter, Instagram, news outlets. Hashtag Justice for Evelyn trended within an hour. The video was damning. Hospital CCTV footage. Mrs. Kang's slap. Evelyn's blood. Security doing nothing. Then came the victims. 6 women, faces blurred, voices distorted, telling identical stories. She threw hot coffee at me. She called me an animal. She said my kind didn't belong in Korea. By noon, Mrs. Kang's husband resigned from 2 company boards. By evening, the assemblyman's office issued a statement. Taking time to address family matters. Evelyn watched it all from Hyun-jae's penthouse, phone exploding with notifications. Then the backlash started. Foreign nurse using her boyfriend for revenge? Coal digger orchestrated this whole thing. Probably slept her way into that job anyway. Her hands shook. Don't read the comments, Hyun-jae said. They're calling me a whore. They're scared. Ignore them. But she couldn't, because at 6 p.m. the hospital sent a final email. Due to your association with criminal elements, your employment is terminated effective immediately. Your visa sponsorship is revoked. Evelyn stood, phone clattering to the floor. Criminal elements? They fired me for dating you. We'll fight it. Fight it how? You are a criminal. I'm trying to help you. I didn't ask to be your revenge story. Her voice cracked. I wanted justice, not this spectacle. Now my face is everywhere, my career is destroyed, and I'm being deported because you decided to play hero. I did this for you. No, you did this for you, to feel powerful, to be the savior. She grabbed her bag. I was handling it. You were bleeding on a hospital floor. And now I'm bleeding in headlines. There's a difference. She pulled off the promise ring he'd given her, set it on the table. Evelyn, don't... I need space to figure out who I am when I'm not standing in your shadow. You're making a mistake. Maybe, but it's my mistake to make. She left. The door closed. Hyunjae stood alone in his empire holding a ring, realizing that all his power meant nothing if he'd lost her. 3 days of silence. Evelyn stayed with her friend Maya, scrolling through hate comments until her eyes burned. She's using him. Fake victim. Deport her already. But also, thank you for speaking up. You gave me courage to report my boss. I'm a foreign worker in Seoul. I felt this. You're not alone. Maya sat beside her. You love him? Yes. Then why are you here? Because he made me visible in the worst way. Everyone sees me now, but as his weapon, his revenge plot. Not as Evelyn the nurse, just his. So take it back. How? Define yourself before they do. Evelyn's phone buzzed. Email from an unknown sender. Subject, for you. She opened it. Architectural plans, a medical building, modern, welcoming, signs in 5 languages. Location, 3 blocks from the hospital where she was attacked. Name, Evelyn Maya Free Clinic. Her breath caught. Attached note. Built with or without you, but it should have your name. You were right. I should have asked what you wanted instead of deciding for you. This is me asking. H. Tears blurred her vision. What is it? Maya asked. He's building a clinic, named after us. When did he start planning this? Evelyn thought back. The late-night conversation, her sister's story, his silence. The night I told him about my sister, she whispered. He's been planning this for months. Then what are you waiting for? Hyunjae sat in his office, staring at her ring. His associate entered. The assemblyman is offering a settlement, 10 million won to make this disappear. Tell him to keep his money. Sir, I don't want money. I want... He stopped. I don't know what I want anymore. His phone rang. Evelyn. His heart stopped. Hello? The clinic, she said. When did you start planning it? The night you told me about your sister. Why didn't you tell me? Because I wanted to ask what you wanted first. But then you got hurt, and I stopped thinking. Just started destroying. I'm sorry. Silence. Evelyn, I'm coming over. We need to talk. She found him at the construction site at midnight. The foundation was already poured. Her name carved in. Stone. You actually built it, she said. He turned. I told you I would. Even after I left. Especially after you left. She walked the perimeter, touching the plans posted on the fence. Why? Because you were right. I made it about revenge when it should have been about justice, about building something that lasts longer than anger. He stepped closer. I can't undo what I did, but I can build what you wanted. On your terms or mine? Yours, completely yours. I fund it, you run it. No interference, no control, just support. And if I say no, then I build it anyway and name it after you, because you deserve a legacy that isn't tied to me. Evelyn's eyes filled. You really mean that? Every word. She pulled the ring from her pocket. Put it back on. But we do this differently. How? Equal partners. You don't make decisions for me. We make them together. You don't fight my battles. You stand beside me while I fight them myself. He slid the ring back on her finger. I can do that. Can you? Really? Because I need the man who listens, not the king who conquers. I'm learning the difference. She kissed him. Then let's build this thing. 6 months later, the Evelyn Maya Free Clinic opened on a Tuesday. 247 patients in the first week. Foreign workers who'd been turned away from every other hospital. Korean staff who actually gave a damn. Mrs. Kang watched from across the street. Divorced, disgraced, irrelevant. Her carefully built life in ruins. Evelyn saw her, held her gaze for 3 seconds, then turned back to her patient. The best revenge was indifference. Inside, a Filipino mother thanked her in broken English. You help when no one else would. That's why we're here. Hyunjae appeared with coffee, no bodyguards, just a man supporting his fiancée. How many today? He asked. 43 people who had nowhere else to go. You're changing the city. She touched her scarred lip. Permanent reminder, permanent badge. We're changing it. Together. 1 year later, their wedding mixed two cultures, two families, two worlds. Evelyn's mother pulled her aside. I was terrified when I heard Underground King. But watching you two? That man built you a hospital because someone hurt you. That's not a monster. That's love. At the reception, Evelyn gave the toast. They tried to make me invisible. Instead, they made me untouchable. Not because of power, because I refused to disappear. And I found a partner who understood that being untouchable doesn't mean being alone. Hyunjae added, real power isn't making enemies fear you. It's making the woman you love feel safe enough to change the world. 5 years later, Evelyn ran 12 free clinics across Seoul now. Hyunjae stood beside her at a ribbon cutting, their 4-year-old daughter on his shoulders. A reporter asked, Mrs. Kong, what would you say to the woman who attacked you? Evelyn smiled, touching her scar. Thank you. You showed me I was never meant to be invisible. Sometimes the worst thing that happens becomes the best thing you do with your pain.